Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Adams in at the 5. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Jonathan Isaac. Fultz is out there with Beasley. Then it's Randall. And it's Bryant in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the team that you don't have a chance to win the championship.
Now here is Holiday. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. Rocket 2 takes the 3, and Drew Holiday with the 3.
The problem for your perimeter defense, if you close hard on Holiday, he can put the ball on the floor and beat you that way.
Now here's Isaac. Here's Randall. It's hauled in by Adams.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Good on the bucket.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
Here's Fultz. 14 points from him the last game against the Rockets in Houston.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
And the pass to Beasley. Over Holiday. And again, unable to change momentum here. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The feed now to Williamson. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
You see the game plan is working already. 4 straight makes to start this one.
Passes to Randall. Back to Fultz. Fires from deep. That one's not going to go. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Ingram left side. That one goes in. Ingram's got 6 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Now here's Fultz. Randall outside. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
Now here's Fultz, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And here we can check out the story on Julius Randle. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Randall, and stolen by Williamson. Now Ball. His last outing, he had 18 points. Teardrop shot, and Holiday with the lay-in. Good. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Randall passes to Beasley. Floats one, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Here's New Orleans. Outpacing them right now on a 15-2 run. Ball with the bucket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Here's Fultz. Ball with the rebound. And here's ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. And good that time. And it's 7 points for Drew Holiday.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now, here's Isaac. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The three doesn't go that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Williamson. And the jump by Williamson.
And Williamson doesn't let up consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Now here's Randall. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way. You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's New Orleans cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got Favors. Ejuan Moore is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Melly in at the 4 spot.
Gibson, a force on the offensive glass. He's a worker, and you saw it right there.
Outside, Redick. Favors dishes to Redick. Pass to Alexander Walker. Near the three-point line, it's Moore, and no good. His first shot of the night, missing.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Pelicans shooting their first free throws here for the night. And Steve, with the Anthony Davis trade completed, a new look for the Pelicans.
Yes, plan A, Kevin, was to make it work with Anthony Davis. Instead, they have acquired a lot of young talent, a ton of it. In time, they'll become a team, in my opinion, to be reckoned with.
Gibson finds Portis. Here's the three. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Pelicans leading by 21. Ball's knocked loose. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And really impressed with the aggressive nature of Isaac. He takes charge whenever he is driving with that kind of force to the rim.
To the right side. New Orleans moving it around. Clock at 6. And here's Moore outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Very reliable these days from distance. Moore shoots for a good percentage from out there.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Pass to Okogie. Connects on the 9-footer. Okogie's got his first 2 points.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Moore finds Redick. There's the pass to Favors. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. no good. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Favors using his imposing frame to rock the rim.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Okogie. Got it. Good job in the low post. Okogie's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Redick for three. Rebound, Minnesota. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That sets off a 5-game tour for him.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. The sixth pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Bryant is checked in for Gibson. Randall comes in for Bobby Portis. Beasley's checked in for Isaac. And it's Fulton for Alonzo Trier. Floats it up for Randall. An emphatic LU jam.
Well orchestrated. Randall was ready to receive the pass and flush it in one motion.
Holiday against Beasley. Holiday attacking. Excellent D there from Beasley.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
It's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Holiday with it. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass. He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Back to Fultz. Right side, Bryant. Pass to Okogie. Misses off the left iron. Pelicans leading by 16. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Williamson. And 11 points for Drew Holiday.
Talk about scoring the basketball. Legit player. Holiday got paid because he can play.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Ball. Now here's Fultz. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with...
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson, after the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, you have to be impressed with Drew Holiday. Few guards go harder to the bucket. He's also become a major threat from distance. So far, he's been the catalyst for the offense.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert.
And that'll...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
They've got Julius Randle. Beasley is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Thomas Bryant, and it's Isaac into the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders. Ingram outside. Jacks up a 3. No good on that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Beasley kicks to Fultz. Now here's Randle. He's tightly guarded. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. From a low trauma perspective, Steve, which stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin. Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And the speed of Ingram is not easy to keep pace with, just blowing past whoever dares to try and stop him.
Back to Fultz. Adams against Bryant. Here's Randle, and he makes that one. Randle's got 8.
Well, spending so much time in the paint, Randle has to hit a lot of contested shots.
Ball, the bounce pass, and that one drops. And that's now 6 points for Zion Williamson.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Portis comes in for Julius Randle. And Alonzo Trier's subbed in for Malik Beasley. Here's Gibson. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Pelicans leading by 16. And here's Redick. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Holiday. From outside, off the mark. Here's Isaac. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10 forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. With the floater, no good for Moore. Timberwolves trail by 14. Now Fultz, Moore with the block.
Putting that 6'9" wingspan to use, E'Twaun Moore with the big-time rejection.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in assists, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace, he was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. 4 on the shot clock. Favors against Gibson. Favors can't get it to go. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Fultz the pass to Gibson. Outside Portis. Shoots from the line. Pelicans with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Moore passes to Holiday. banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 13.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
There's a minute 40 left here in the third quarter. Here's Trier. Gibson passes to Trier. He kicks to Fultz. Over Holiday. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
New Orleans moving it around. Favors against Gibson. Outside Favors. Over Gibson. Favors can't get it to go.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Here's Redick, accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Redick is just a thorough scorer. He looks calm and collected, rising up from any place on the court.
Here's Trier, covered by Redick. Inside, Portis, and he drops it in from the low post. Portis has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Holiday. Pass to Redick. It's off. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
All right, guys, remember what we said now. Hey, play our basketball. We've been doing a great job. Let's keep it up, okay?
Alvin Gentry has found an identity that's working, and that makes everything a lot easier on both ends.
And collectively, you really need to remember what that feels like so you can recapture it if and when things start to get a little shaky. You want to be able to trust in who you are.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. They're back, Ball and Redick. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. It comes to just the love for the game, Smitty. Does every NBA player have to have that, or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There are some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There are some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin, still love it.
I know you do, I know you do. Isaac's checked in for Minnesota. And so Adams nails both of them. Timberwolves trail by 16. Fultz with the ball. To the inside. And it's blocked.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Fultz.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Williamson kicks the ball. And here's Ingram from the arc. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And Zion is a ferocious competitor, someone who sticks with plays and devastates defenses with those putback jams.
Now here's Fultz. Ball with the rebound.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And the shot is good. And the Pelicans lead by 20.
And the height of ball really allows him to finish over the defense. Even when you make contact, he just seems to power through with his size.
And here is Isaac. Pass to Fultz. Fires the three. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Ball dishes to Reddick. Ingram outside. Over in the corner, Williamson. Reddick for three. No good. Shot missing.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And Isaac is, really breathtaking in transition. A long-legged forward who just devastates the defense with his speed.
Ball, the pass to Adams. Knocks it loose. Isaac with the steal. Over in the corner, Fultz. And there's the pass to Randall. Back to Fultz. 4 on the clock. Shoots over ball. And that one goes long.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Reddick kicks the ball. No good from outside. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Passes it to Bryant. Over in the corner, Isaac. That three off the mark. New Orleans leading by 18. Ingram outside. Pass to Adams. New Orleans moving it around. Williamson dishes to Adams, and that one is off. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Isaac misses. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Here's Ball. Williamson kicks the ball. Pass to Williamson. Shoots over Isaac. And the Pelicans miss again. Timberwolves trail by 18.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New Orleans.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Zion Williamson.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
To end the drought, Adams' shot is off. Now Randall. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the